What's up?
How'd you get here? PJ, man, you gotta stop doing that.
No, the real question is how'd you get here? Because this is actually this command center, so this is where, this is technically where this is where I'm stationed at. So how'd you get here? And don't say the front door is open because it wasn't. I don't have no front door. I don't have no front door.
You have a hole in the side of your house?
I have a hole in my. How'd you get in?
You have a hole in the side of your house.
Yeah, it's called a window. That's not supposed to be there. Technically, I don't know how I got in. It's one of them. You seen Resident Evil? Yeah, it's one of them windows.
No, man. It was a hole in the side of your house and I came in, but what's up, PJ?
Not much, man. You doing alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, dear. Weird crap, so I gotta do mine too. Put it there. Yeah, man. Yeah.
We were gonna let loose, bro. We were gonna let loose.
Oh,
but
yeah?
you know what? You need to keep it together sometimes. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you need to keep it together. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you have a part of your life where you have to be doing stuff like work. And then you have a part of your life where you have to be doing stuff like the hobby or whatever. And so you got to keep things together. You know what I mean? Because
So
sometimes that can
together?
Keep it together.
Oh,
keep
yeah.
things together. You know
You
what I mean?
What do you like? Keep a fuse, cool fuse, like don't blow up so hard.
Yeah, like
Don't
keep
blow.
things in harmony. You know what I mean? Keep things in your life in harmony. You know what I mean? And keep like going, you know, in that circle because you can stray off from other things. You know what I mean? But just when you do your thing, just do it in stride. You know what I mean? Piece by piece, like that. And that's how it will go. That's how it will go. All the way to space.
I hear that, man. Yo, you think of people that like, what you call it? So I think like, I got this from a dude from the gas station at a 7-Eleven. So the white dude had the tail. They wouldn't know what mullet, but he had like the whole tail with the hat. And hey man, hey, welcome. How you doing? What's going on? You know how you doing? And then, but it was a little thicker. So man, I walk up in there. He was like, said something random in there, and I'm just getting coffee. That dude tell me a life story, but he told me some like stuff that made me be like, you know what?
Yeah. That's
So
what I
instead
said.
of repeating exactly what he said, I'm gonna paraphrase it. Because it was just.
You mean it's like that old people advice, like that?
No,
yeah.
dude looked like he was my age.
Oh yeah.
Like he said he's like, okay, so he basically the way that he said it, I'll say it in my words, is, you know, everybody's got their own little world. We're just a part of it, right? That really is a kind of ordeal. That's how people really today in today's times. That's what people think. So like people from the '80s, they've been raising the millennials that are happening right now.
Right.
The millennials are gonna be raising on, and everybody gonna be spoiled. Maybe. Although I feel like the '90s babies are trying to save that. Some of the '80s are starting to save that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But we don't have the leaders that we used to. We don't have the leaders that we used to.
No.
You know what I mean? We don't have the.
Now it's becoming more like literally like it's becoming like we're being treated like a joke. Like we just sitting there, bashing heads under all this propaganda, all these lies, and we just believing it, whatever we believe in. This is what, like, this is like if you want to be like the zombie apocalypse, shit, this is it right here.
I know.
Like the political, you're like, this is just something. No, we got zombies, all right. Then what y'all doing? Really? You really woke up and said, I'm gonna go raid the Capitol?
I know, right?
You really woke up and said, I'm gonna go raid the Capitol?
I don't know if that's ever the first time in history.
And then you
That's
go.
the first time in our history.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you know, back in the old history, they actually they didn't have security.
Yeah, they just had to.
They just walk up and say, hey. Right up in there, he's like, oh, there ain't no security. No, okay, so check it out then. So imagine if they had security today in the movie theater. Do you think John Wilkes would even be a name known?
Who's John Wilkes? Booth?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's the one, you know, assassinated Lincoln. So imagine if they had today's security that time.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't have made it that far.
You'd have been like, some man try, you know what I mean? I think history would have been like, he would have actually got to enjoy the show, man.
I know, that's cool.
Yeah. But then what you call it? I don't know. It's crazy because let's say life is crazy, and that's the people. Just,
Yeah, bro.
but then that's like you said. Go back to what you said: harmony, keep the peace.
Keep your harmony.
Yes, like you really gotta keep a real cool head because people they feel that in their world because you did damage to them, they feel that damage is like a big old piece and a big deal. That's why they be spazzing out like, ah! I'm like, damn, why you going so hard? We don't even know each other. You just calling me names just because you're hurt and you feel I gotta suffer your consequences.
Right. You're pain because of what
you
you're
feel
thinking,
that you're doing right in your job, but then you know you're the one in the handcuffs trying like. You know, it's just another thing. Why are people like? Why is? So I have a friend of mine. She's the minister. She's an elder. I'm sorry.
Mm.
She calls white people. She calls them wonderful people. You know what I'm saying? Then black people calls them beautiful people.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
wonderful people and the beautiful people.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying like, and it's clever. And then you know,
Kind of keeps the peace.
yes, just keeping the peace, but like, cause people get like overly aggressive over the smallest thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, just a little small. It wasn't even an incident, but you know, I was looking at the lady. I'm like, damn. Like I got me some food from Bill Miller's. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying their pancakes because pancakes are pretty big. My thing is, man, if you get is Bill Miller's considered fast food?
In a sense, yeah. No, that's comfort food.
Cause
that's a restaurant.
You can sit down. It is like in a country restaurant. Yeah. All they need is Bill Miller's.
And you can't go wrong with a big pancake, huh?
Not only is it one, they give you 3. Dog, that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And brunch.
You gonna be taking a commercial break already?
No, man. I was just lifting up a little bit. But yeah, man. And it's because you gotta.
Oh yeah.
Another thing about it is you gotta watch yourself. You know what I mean?
You gotta what?
You gotta watch yourself. You know what I mean? I saw this video, bro, where this lady got shot.
Wait. You know how it's funny how you say you gotta watch yourself? Some people are gonna be like looking in the mirror like, how do I do this? But yeah,
you can watch yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can see yourself. But I saw this lady in this video. She got shot by the cops because she was trying to like stab one of them with a knife. And I'm like, why are you trying to stab cops with a knife?
Ooh, I know what you're talking about. It was a lady like with somebody's grandma. Her auntie, like she had like some kind of dementia or something like that.
I don't know about all that.
No. I know what you're talking about because you said it was unless you're talking about, is this lady Hispanic or was she white?
No, this lady she was like Japanese or something. She was talking kind of Japanese, but she was an older lady. You could tell she was an older lady. Damn. And all it was they were serving her some papers, and she came out with a knife and was trying to stab him. And I was like, why are you doing this? Like, think about what you're doing. Like, why are you doing this?
That's the thing that sometimes...
You know what I mean? It's like...
I feel... I'm not trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but it sounds like I am. But it looked like it could be on something.
Yeah, and I mean...
Could be some alternated spiritual reality. Hey, that's real,
well, I'm just saying, but think about what you're doing, though.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just... You gotta think about what you're doing, man, because, like... those little situations can get you into something further or worse. That little decision that you make in that moment can get something worse or better. One of the two. The lady ended up getting shot. 9
times out of 10, it's never really better.
I'm telling you. Well, it can be. Because that's what I'm saying. If you think about what you're doing, especially in a situation like that, then you'll know not to be doing this. You can do something else.
What if she didn't have a knife and they still shot her?
No. She wouldn't have got shot if she didn't have the knife. That's all I'm saying. She wouldn't have got shot if she didn't have that knife.
Man, put the goddamn knife! Put it down!
And that was dumb.
Mom!
And so, you know what I'm saying? And this is a lot about how these women are acting nowadays. But
say what?
All I'm saying...
Say it again?
I said, this is a lot about how these women are acting nowadays.
What about women?
Women are acting like they don't need men, and they're screaming like it's equality, but that's not equality. If you don't need me, that's not equality.
What is
that? That's not equal. That means you want to get over. You want to get over me. That's not equality. Equality is like, oh, I want to share things with you, or I want to do things with you. I want to build. That's equality, 50-50. But when you say you don't need me, that's like taking me out of the picture. Like, oh, I'm just gonna drop out of the picture. But all I'm saying is that all that equals to stuff like that lady getting shot.
You know what? It usually starts off with emotional damage. It starts becoming mental, and then it becomes.
Bro, no emotional damage can do
I'm just
that
saying.
much to you to where you not focusing and thinking about what you're doing. Now, other than that, it might be some drugs.
But
But other than that, even when you're on drugs, even when you're high,
it is a choice, right?
Even when you're high, you make you know certain decisions. You don't be running around with a knife in your, like, for what? You know what I mean? Like,
only Chucky can do that.
Chucky, Chucky is the only one that can get away with something.
He's the only one that can get away with that.
Yeah, Chucky. And his little wife, but yeah.
Hey, that's for the jump scare right there.
Yeah,
Chucky.
Chucky's the only one that can get away with it. Got you.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, bad.
But no, I hear you, man. Like,
no, it's just, think about what you're doing. 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 Think about what you're doing.
Getting the remix.
Think about what you're doing. You gotta think about what you're doing. You gotta think before you start pursuing. You gotta think, you gotta know. And then you act, and then react. But if you do something that's that bad, don't be mad when you don't get glad, because it's hefty. It's kind of shoving that, whatever.
Think about what you're doing. Think about what you're doing.
You gotta think about what you're doing, man, because if you don't think about what you're doing,
think about what you're doing.
The doing that you're thinking is going to do the doing for you.
And then they were thinking, and they were doing, and then they did the thing with the other stuff, but you weren't thinking about what you were doing.
And then you get psychological, and you start underthinking, and then overthinking, and then you start sideways thinking, and then before you know it, you just deep thinking for no goddamn reason. Know what I'm saying? And then it becomes simple mind thinking, where you just thinking one thing. You don't care if you're wrong, you just want to win. Am I right? Am I spitting facts?
Yes.
It's like they just don't care.
Yeah.
That's what the problem today. Yeah. Could you imagine if we didn't have political parties? Whose decision was it to be like, hey, we're gonna have two parties, we're gonna make up shit, and then we're gonna just have them fight over it?
It was their thing. It was their conversation.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who was the first person that said the F word is the cuss word? That is a bad word. Because the swear word used to be like, I don't give a gosh darn. And they're like, ooh, he said that. Now they're adding cuss words every day. You're like, wow, I didn't know that was a cuss word.
Right. Who says you can't swim after you eat? That's outrageous.
Your body.
No, you're not gonna eat.
Bro, no, you do cramp up if you eat and then try to swim.
I mean, like immediately.
You mean who's the one that said, hey, oh my bad, I'm tripping. You mean to say, like, who's the one that was like, alright, I can't let this happen to anybody else.
Yeah.
We gotta have a group meeting.
Yes. And
Shannon, call everyone.
I experienced something yesterday.
Guys, whenever you eat, you wait 30 minutes before you swim. But matter of fact, he probably messed up a few times where he tried to eat and then waited 10 minutes. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. Alright, we'll try again. He eats a burger.
I don't really know how to say this. I really don't know how to say this, but I need to tell you something.
I'm gonna need to tell you. He's like, hey guys, so whenever you eat and you jump in the pool right away, your body gets a weird sensation and it's not good. So we try not to eat. Don't do what I did. I attempted it 30 times and it took me 30 minutes to realize that I gotta wait 30 minutes.
Mate, whoa, mate. Throw another shrimp on the Barbie, mate. That's a wild story, mate.
Hey, I want to know who the first black person that was like, had the pool party that just like not get in to where like everybody in the black community is like, nah, we're not getting in either. Everybody,
Oh, man.
you getting in? That looks deep.
Like, who named the chicken?
I'll be honest though, when I go to the beach, I do not. Now that I've been seeing all the stuff that I'm seeing, I just wave at the water.
Wave at the water, right? Yeah.
Hey, I gotta say that.
But that's always a good time. But like, yeah.
You know what?
like,
On my set, I should talk about myself
Right.
because I do have a show. I actually have a show on the on Friday. This coming Friday.
And like, who chose the like, what's on our money? Like print, like the print
Wait,
of the money. Like, who chose that shit?
Who what?
You know what I'm saying?
Who chose the what?
Yeah, like who chose the print of the money?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like the face on the money, and you know what I mean?
Even though they're all slave owners.
Telling you, they're all just. And
He was like, all right, we're gonna put Ben Franklin on the $50.
He's on the $50 bill, right?
Ben Franklin is on 10.
Who's on? Is he on the 100? Who's on the 100? Is Ben Franklin's? It's all about the Benjamins.
Benjamin's.
So yeah, so
On the 100, yeah, he's
yeah,
on
he
the
on the
100.
100.
Yeah, Benjamin's on the 100.
I think Benjamin Franklin was had jungle fever.
He probably did. All of them.
He saw that big fat baby.
Yeah,
He's like, I want Topeka.
and that's nobody for us to be representing. But I mean, he was president, so you know.
You know what Africans in Bufufu taste like? You know, they all had a taste of black people.
They definitely did at one point in time.
That's why they low key love us, but they gotta act like they hate us on the outside. Cause they wish they could do it too.
Right.
That's like, but it's also becoming to the point to where everybody's exposing themselves, and you realize that there's a category in every skin color tone, don't matter what it is.
Yeah.
You can be a jerk, don't matter what color you are. You can be a cool, happy, chill person, don't matter what color you are.
Oh, definitely.
You can be a kind-hearted person, don't matter what color you are.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely.
So it really don't matter. You can put one. If you really want to stop labeling people, they'll be like, "Hey, how about you stop being an ass?"
Yeah. I don't care if you're green. I don't care if you're blue. As long as you come correct, as long as you come right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, that's another thing I don't like, bro. Is when people come at you sideways, they realize they made a mistake and then don't apologize for it. And I'm like, they try to act like nothing happened. You're like, cut. We're not friends no more.
Taxi.
It's weird. I mean, there's like maybe I had like a couple friends that I was actually allowed that, and I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna give you some time to space yourself out because man.
Like, and who invented the first bridge? Who invented the first bridge? Like, what did they say? We're gonna just drop this up. Who invented the first bridge?
Oh snap!
Yeah, what they say? We're just gonna drop this over this river real quick.
Like,
see if that works.
You know when it started? It probably started out where you were trying to like communicate with somebody over.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
That was long distance before they had a connection. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get it. It had a long distance relationship, and
they had a
bridge,
long distance. I would have been. I would have been like, can you? Can you hear me?
You sign language?
Sign language?
No, it was back in the day though, so you probably had to do SOS. Like you gotta start a fire group.
What's SOS? Wait.
You know the fire things?
S.
Like no, you see them in them cartoons where they show them like from they're light a fire and they take a run out of nowhere.
Oh, then we
and
got
the smoke signals. Yeah.
Like, what?
And then when they were like, you know what, we gotta find a way over there. Hey, let's build a bridge. What's a bridge?
Yeah, what is it? Like,
what's a bridge? I don't know. It's just a word that popped up in my head. Apparently, it's gonna be important when you talk it.
But I guess that would be like a good thing or a clue, because from each point to each point would be a bridge. You would have to bridge those two things together. So this is a bridge. You see what I'm saying? That's where it came from. But
So you were blocking the hell out of me, bro.
what's that? No way.
You all up, you're like, you were just
Oh,
covered.
you know
So
what?
I'm just like,
We're gonna have to edit that part.
Oh, but no, if you need to stretch out or anything, man,
No, I just
don't
kind
hesitate.
of. Yeah, I just kind of.
Don't stretch. Don't hesitate, man. Don't hesitate. If you need to stretch out, go for it, bro.
Yeah, but like, yeah. So who invented that, and who invented the word porcupine? Like,
Wait, the
who
word
made
what?
Porcupine. Like who invented that? Like what?
Porcupine.
Is that what you named this thing? Like what?
Well, what did you call it?
Spiny? I don't know.
What is it?
What would I call it? Let me see. I would call
a prickly rodent.
Yeah, a prickly rodent.
What's that? It's a spiky mouse.
Yeah. I'd probably call it like
You can't even think of a name.
No, I can, but I was gonna say like.
No, you can't.
No, I can.
No, you can't. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
I'm not playing.
No, I can, but
Man,
like
you better let
I was
loose.
gonna say like I was gonna say like a rintail or something like that, and everybody would be like, "What? What the fuck is that?"
A rintail?
Yeah, I just think.
You just gave it a make-believe Pokemon
Yeah,
name?
I just gave it a name.
No, you should have made that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, who came up with that name? And others like.
Probably, yeah, you know what? Probably the way you came out with Piccolo, whatever you just said.
Rintail.
Oh, you remember what you said? Okay. Yeah, just how they came out with Porcupine, same way you came out with that weird thing. Rigor mortis.
But that has to take some time.
What?
That has some time. That has to take some time to think about this shit. Like,
you mean to where who did it get to where everybody agreed and said, "Hey,
yeah,
that's a porcupine."
That's what that.
That's the same. I think that's the same thing for everything that happened the first time.
No, not everything.
You think so? You think some certain things happen by just common sense alone?
Of course, everything happens by common sense, but
not a lot of people have it.
I'm saying when you come up on something like that, and then like you have to think, like some people can come up with something, but some people, others cannot. You know what I mean? And that's what I am when I do my thing. You know, I try to come up with something. You know, try to come up with something new, and that's what I do. But I don't even know we're even on this subject. You know what I mean? Like who came up with the saying shit, shower, and shave? Who came up with that?
I hear you.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
No, I can hear you.
Who came up with the saying, the 3 S's, shit, shower, and shave?
3 S's?
Yeah.
Sit, what?
When the 3 S's, when you shit, shower, and shave. Who came up with that? Like,
I never heard
somebody,
of it.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
that's why I had to ask you twice.
Okay. So it's just the same, like all those little old school sayings like that, bro.
How old are we talking?
I don't know, just years, I guess, some years back, or just all these sayings that people carry through the years. You know what I mean? It's like I gotta think of some of the other ones, but
yeah,
there's always something with that. You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking about. There's always something with all those old sayings, or there's always something to all those old sayings. You know what I mean? Like they have something to them. Like never be a jack of all trades.
You said never be a jack of all trades?
Yeah, never be a jack of all trades.
But you can't help it.
That's what I'm saying. But no, never be a jack. They say not never, but don't ever. You should never.
Don't ever be a jack of all trades?
Don't ever be a jack of all trades because it's
that?
like, that's what I'm saying. Who said that? But that's like saying that
but who also
you should
told
always stick to one. Well, you should always stick to one thing that you do. This is the one thing that I do. You see what I'm saying? Because if you go around doing different things and all the time, you're never going to get good at one thing. You know what I mean?
You know what it is?
So.
And you're going to be like, what the hell, PJ? As you always do, So I think what it is those movies that they be coming off, we're obviously the inspiration. Right. So mutants, X-Men, Spider-Man, all that stuff is real. Black people, we have superpowers. Everybody that's not white has superpowers.
I guess so.
I'm sorry, everybody that's not wonderful has superpowers. You know what I'm saying? We have superpowers. We have superpowers. It's crazy, and they're the ones that like trying to take our power away from. Like they always try to duplicate it and try to claim it, or just discover it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you know what's crazy? How you just make a phrase out of anything and make it sound deep. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this, man. If you take a banana, what weirdo? I'm sorry.
No.
You take a banana.
Yeah. We're gonna
You
go
take
bananas.
You take a
Take a banana.
if you take a banana, leave
But
it.
no, you know, in all those like cooking shows and stuff like that. Like I was watching some cooking shows the other day, and man, these people be making some wild stuff. Have you ever seen that Halloween
Just
Bake
gonna
Off?
cut off what I'm saying. But no, you said.
Have you ever seen that Halloween Bake Off?
No.
Where they make those cakes that look like, you know what I mean? Like all kinds of, they have all these kinds of weird like things that they do with these cakes, and the theme
Are
is
they
Halloween.
edible?
Yeah, and the theme is Halloween. So like some of them will have like a little head on top, like a little head with a brain, and then the middle part is like a little
Like it
scary.
look very convincing.
Yeah, like a little
Like they're
scary
really good.
mouth or something, and then the bottom was like, I think one dude that's what he did. He did a mummy like thing at the bottom, and you could eat that shit. And I was like, damn, bro.
You know what's
that's
crazy? I would
what-
totally wait for somebody to like cut their piece in first. I'm like, hold on, bro, that shit look too convincing. Hey, you go ahead and cut you like, can you cut the first 10 slices?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm ready for a slice. Let me get the eyeball.
Yeah. But yeah, that's creative, man. It's crazy. It's just, you know, people do all this stuff.
Crazy
So-
how you can just do art with anything. Like,
That's true. You know, you can come up with what you need to.
you ever seen the shadow art? Like, did you seen that? They had a billboard advertising their TV show that was like Dracula or something,
Right.
like a vampire TV show.
Right.
And at the daytime, you see there's a bunch of blades. There are blades like.
Oh, are you talking about like that one that had like that dragon that was coming out or something?
No, I said Dracula.
Well, yeah. No, I saw one where like it was in Japan or something. They had it up there, and like it was like a 3D print, but it looked like that it was like a dragon, and it looked like that dragon was coming
Still
out.
there,
of it.
but I'm just saying. But yeah, anyway.
Okay, I'm just saying.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you about the shadow art. You going somewhere else.
Shadow art, but are you talking about like shadow?
Okay,
art,
so
like
I'm
drawn
telling
art?
you. So like, okay, so the billboard it had blades like wooden stakes in them in different strategically different places.
Yeah.
And then it said on the front, it said coming soon to some kind of like some type of TV show. However, at nighttime, when the sun's trying to rise, you can see the knives that are strategically placed form a shadow of Dracula.
Oh wow. Okay, so it changes. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, that's wild. Yeah. No, I thought you were talking about more like 3D.
You gotta show. Oh, that's actually pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Like they be showing that off in Japan, bro. Like they be having billboards that like look like they're finna step out at you, and you're like, wow.
Yeah. That's
Men
what I'm
driving,
saying.
like, you know, like Back to the, like how we're like nothing, like the Back to the Future, we're not even there. Like their 2022 is supposed to be our 2022. We're not even riding on floating cars.
Almost. You know, everything has its place, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're almost there, you know. We got a flying car. And a car that turns into a boat. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Oh, wow. So that is coming up. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
That's right, man. Shadow art. Pretty dope, right?
Yeah, it is. That's pretty cool.
But
Yeah.
I'd hate to have that billboard like right by my house. So I'm like, hey, can you move that? Please?
Right?
I ain't trying to see that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to live in England for about 4 years. My dad was in the military. Yeah, and it was cool, like, you know, moving places for free. Healthcare was free, and now I live on my own, and wow. Anyway, but the real world was like, nope, not today, son. You should have went to the military.
I was
But,
from Chicago and I moved here. And Hey, go. Are you telling your life story right now?
No, man, I could. Morning winds. I'm sorry.
No,
Nah.
man.
But no, I think no. I'm too like. I'm too. What's the word? I'm too open-minded to think close-minded.